It is now official. The government of India has put its hands up. It has told the Supreme Court that the case of Kargil martyr Saurabh Kalia cannot be taken to the Supreme Court. It has no intentions to raise the issue at the Geneva Convention since it was a signatory of Shimla Agreement back in 1972. So the government making its position clear despite a huge demand in the country that Pakistan be held accountable, be taken to International Court of Justice for war crimes during the Kargil war. The government has said that it cannot be done. It has said that it cannot unilaterally invoke the jurisdiction of the International Court of Justice. The government has also said that Pakistan will not give its consent for the case to be taken to the International Court of Justice. So it would be a futile effort by India. The government's view is that the torture inflicted upon Capt Saurabh Kalia by the Pakistani army cannot be termed as a war crime. Well, remember, Kalia's father moved the petition in Supreme Court, and it had said, how could the Indian government agree to Pakistan's contention that his son was not tortured, but he died of cold? Capt Saurabh Kalia was in captivity for 22 days. He was tortured by Pakistani forces, and when the body was returned, it had burn injuries. His skull was broken, eyes were gouged out. Captain Kalia's father had alleged that the government had never taken the issue seriously and had never raised the matter in talks with Pakistan. Manavan Singh Chia is joining us on the phone line. Man, a huge setback really for the father of Captain Saurabh Kalia, who'd been fighting a lonely, desperate battle for years now.
Yes, Ruchika, indeed, a setback, though it was earlier known that the government was thinking of giving a submission on these lines in the Supreme Court, but now that they have officially said so and made it very clear that they cannot go to the International Court of Justice in view of the Shimla Agreement of 1972, Mr. Kalia is very disappointed father who says that he will continue this fight in the apex court. However, he says that it is let down for the families of all those martyrs who gave their lives for the country, but the government does precious little for them in order to see that they get all their due honor, especially because his son was tortured to death by the Pakistan army, and now it is being attempted to say that he died of other reasons than torture.
All right, so it seems government has clearly washed its hands off the entire matter. Just stay on with me, man. Let me quickly go across to Jaskirat Singh Baba, who's joining us with more details of what the government has told the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court, Jaskirat, had issued a notice to the union government, had sought direction from the government as to whether this matter should be referred to the International Court of Justice. What has the union government said in its response?
Well, the union government had submitted an affidavit to the Supreme Court, and it came up for hearing yesterday. Now, headlines today had exclusive access to the details earlier. In fact, a couple of months ago, when the affidavit had in fact been filed. What the government is telling the Supreme Court in effect is that referring the matter to the International Court of Justice, which is what the petitioner, which is Kalia's father, it not be done because it requires the consent of both the parties concerned. And we spoke with the government councils, and they say that referring this matter to the International Court of Justice will open up a Pandora's box for India, because there are a lot of places where India falls weak, and a lot of countries, a lot of other forces will try to use the same procedure against India. So that is the kind of mentality or the answers that we are getting from the government side. As far as referring it to the International Court of Justice is concerned, that is a no-go as far as the government is concerned. They said that they have raised this issue with Pakistan when the incident had taken place, but they have not responded in their affidavit if in any of the recent forums along with Pakistan, in any of the bilateral meetings with Pakistan, whether this issue was raised at all.
All right, so the government telling the Supreme Court that the killing of Captain Saurabh Kalia cannot be treated as a case of war crime, a no-go from government as far as going to the International Court of Justice is concerned.